Hey guys, it's Michael and Yemisi. Today we're in the capital of Cambodia, Phnom Penh, exploring amazing temples, eating some of the best food of our lives, and making some new friends as well. The city has a lot to offer, so come with us as we explore Phnom Penh.
Good morning from the Royal Palace.
It is nice and early, and we made it to our first destination of the morning, which is the Royal Palace. This is one of the things that you have to do if you come to Phnom Penh.
So this is like the former residence of the royal family, which was here until they were overthrown and then overthrown again by the Khmer Rouge and then technically reinstated, but I don't think they live here anymore. But it's a really beautiful palace that you can tour around, and so obviously we're gonna do it. All right, we made it into the palace, but tragedy struck. What happened?
I had a shawl thing, which I've used in all the other Southeastern Asian countries I've been to, and that's okay, but in Cambodia, that is not. So you need to make sure if you go to some place that has a dress code, it has to have sleeves.
Yeah, no shawls, has to be an actual t-shirt. So I was shocked because that's never happened before here, but luckily, for some random reason, I packed an extra t-shirt, which I never ever do. It saved the day today. Well, so far, I think this is a really pretty palace. It reminds me a lot of kind of Thai architecture, but different. This is all Khmer style architecture, and it's really pretty.
I really like the royal outfits. Like, they're the shiniest things I've ever seen, and
Yeah.
I would totally want to wear them.
Oh yeah, we would look so good. We would slay. But yeah, now we're just continuing. We still have only seen about half the palace, but so far the impressions are really good. And as always, if you want stuff to yourself, you gotta come in the morning because there's basically nobody here. So we got lots of really good pictures with nobody in the background. So
Let's continue.
palace and temple complex in Thailand that we were at had a lot of cats that were sitting on the stupas, and I just complained to Yemisi that the only thing that I didn't like about this place is there's not enough cats. I was joking, of course, but then the cats all came out. So this is a 10 out of 10, the most beautiful temple ever.
Okay, so that concludes the Royal Palace. Honestly, I definitely recommend that you should go. I think if you do your research before, I don't think it's absolutely necessary to have a guide. Anyway, we're really hungry, so we're gonna go get some breakfast.
Okay, so we are currently at Samaky Restaurant, which Yemisi found through a blog, and we are here to get amok, which is the national dish. I think that it's usually served with fish, but we're not really feeling the seafood right now, so we got pork amok, which is like a curry sort of rice thing. And I also got one that has bok choy and pepper and mushrooms. It's like a stir-fry dish. It looks really good.
You're gonna taste like coconut milk and curry. It's actually pretty good. It tastes really similar to like Indonesian food to me.
All right, so we are currently outside of the Russian market. I guess it's just a market that was set up by Russians at some point. It is just in the middle of Phnom Penh, and it's a pretty popular area to come. I don't think we have anything specific that we want to do here. We're just kind of looking around, so let's see what we can find in the Russian market.
Okay, so we are walking through the Russian market. Honestly, it has everything down to food, car parts, and clothes.
Yeah, it's really interesting. This is definitely the most like markety market we've experienced in a long time. It's very kind of cramped. It's that sort of exotic market feel. So yeah, this is very interesting. So we've been looking for this Street 240 place because it's like one of the main areas that people talk about like going to, because there's boutiques and coffee shops and stuff. We've been looking everywhere for it, and it's up a tiny little alley, and you would absolutely miss it. We walked by it twice, and we never saw it. Never mind. It turns out the cafe we're trying to go to, Artillery, is closed, and this entire little area around 240 seems to be maybe not the most popular spot anymore. This alley that we were in has seen much better days. I think this is like used to be pretty popular mural alley, but it's definitely a little on the down low. But now we are going to go somewhere kind of nearby to a coffee shop to cool off from this insane heat. So we just stopped at Enso Cafe on Street 240. What do you think of Enso?
I really liked it. I had a homemade ginger beer with lime and palm sugar. It's so good.
I got a turmeric cashew latte, although there was not coffee in it, but it was really delicious. I was not expecting to like it so much. And the staff were really awesome too, and it was cheap.
We just arrived to the Independence Monument. I like that it's a huge roundabout.
I don't necessarily know this is specifically a destination. It's just kind of a big monument and a roundabout, but it is very cool. And also there's a very long park that goes all the way from here down to the quay, and then from there all the way up to the Royal Palace. And that also meets up with the 240 Street, which a lot of people like to go to because there's lots of cafes and bars.
Now on to our next destination.
Okay, we are now at Lot 369, which is right across from the Russian market. There are a lot of good coffee shops in this area. This is just the one that we happened to find, and I read on the internet that it's owned by some Australians, but it's run by Cambodians, so it's like a kind of interesting cultural exchange. There's a lot of Australian influence in Cambodia that we realized. Ice pour over because it's hot as heck outside, so I'm just gonna give it a try. That's really good, actually, surprisingly quite good. I'm not always an ice pour over guy, but it's like really delicious. We also ordered some pancakes, so we'll show you that when we come out. This right here is the whole Russian market down there. It's surrounded by all of these businesses and coffee shops and stuff like that.
Me and a pancake. We got mango, coconut ice cream, and caramelized bananas. Yum. Fluffy and airy and simple. And the coconut ice cream, just like with the little tang from the mango and the sweetness of the coconut.
That was Lot 369, and we're still in the area, but we realized, we looked around, and we basically did all the major things in Phnom Penh. And so we're just like, okay, is there a cat cafe nearby? And it turns out there is. So right now we are going to go to a cat cafe because we just haven't seen enough cats today. Did you get another cat?
Yeah.
Alright. It sneezed on me.
So we just left the cat cafe, and honestly, I really love this cat cafe because
Yeah.
these cats really have personality.
Yeah, there were so many of them. They all acted like totally on their own. It was super cute. We're on to our very last thing after 2 full days in Phnom Penh. We did everything we could. Now we have one more thing.
We're gonna go eat some real good Cambodian food.
All right, we've arrived at Cuisine Wat Damnak.
So I found this restaurant through a blog, and here they have like French-styled food, but Cambodian flavors, and it's a 6-course meal.
So I've never had a nice meal like that before. Obviously, it's usually expensive, but we're in a country where food is significantly cheaper, so we can actually afford it. But I'm really excited, so.
And I made a reservation way in advance, so to make sure we had a seat. They changed their menu monthly, so if you come in September, it's totally different October.
Yeah. They do post it at the beginning of the month, but we purposely didn't look, so we don't know what we're eating, but we know it's going to be really good.
After we left the restaurant, we had to go immediately to the airport and didn't have time to film an outro. But I can't express to you how amazing this food was. It truly was one of the top 3 meals of our lives, if not the best meal of our lives. Everything was unbelievably well crafted. The flavors were just perfect. It's everything that I could have expected it to be. So we highly recommend Cuisine Wat Damnak, and thank you so much for joining us for our vlog in Phnom Penh. We hope to see you guys around.